Okay, so according to media, R. Kelly is finally out of solitary confinement as of today. He will actually join, he already joined general population, even though prosecutors are saying that his situation was not as bad as his legal team was saying. Stephen Greenberg said R. Kelly was moved as of today. He also said that the prison officials admitted he was in solitary as a form of punishment. However, Steve says that R. Kelly should have never been in solitary confinement. He didn't do anything wrong behind bars to be in such conditions. He didn't do anything that should have subjected him to be in confinement. So Steve also had said, even though R. Kelly will be now in general population, there are going to be security measures that will be in place to make sure he's okay, to make sure he's safe. Now, Steve Greenberg wouldn't get into detail exactly why, but I think it's pretty much self-explanatory as to why they would need extra security for him. So again, they're saying that, you know, he didn't do anything behind bars. See, usually when they put you in solitary confinement, it's because you've done something wrong in jail, behind bars. So they're saying he never did anything wrong, so they don't see why he was in confinement. However, the prosecutors are saying that R. Kelly had randomly requested to be moved to general population. They're saying that they put him in a secluded wing of the prison called the SHU, the Special Housing Unit, with no cellmates because R. Kelly had requested so. They said previously he was in general population. So eventually he got a cellmate, and then that cellmate had got swapped for another cellmate, the current cellie he's with. Now, they're saying that now that he's in general population, this same cellie is going to go with him and stay there, you know, have the cell with him. So, their prosecutors are saying that R. Kelly has not been in solitary confinement for the last 3 weeks. So, I don't know. Now, they're saying R. Kelly is now eligible to have 10 non-attorney visits instead of the previous one that he was allowed. And he'll also be able to make more calls. He'll also now be able to send emails back and forth. So I know he's relieved of that notion anyhow. So they're saying that, also he'll be able to go out and, you know, do, what do you call it? They call it rec time, recreational activities. So he'll be able to go into the gym, lift weights, and then go outside and get some fresh air and stuff like that now. So stuff that he wasn't able to do before, now he gonna be able to do it now, and he wants to do it. So be able to stretch them legs a little, something. You know what I'm saying? So now, I don't know if you guys are aware of this situation, but it says that the federal prosecutors of, the federal prosecutors in the state of Illinois, they're using one of R. Kelly's most infamous moments to prove that he's guilty. Now, a lot of you guys in previous of my videos had, you know, questioned this, debunked it, whatever. I'm just reading right now to you what's in the media. So they're saying that the prosecutors are using his 1994 marriage to Aaliyah, which was later annulled according to court documents which were reported by the New York Daily News. It says the government produced in discovery to the defendant the official marriage application, the marriage certificate, and the annulment records for the marriage between Aaliyah and R. Kelly. So they're saying that it's far from being a one-time mistake. The defendant's sexual abuse of minors was intentional and prolific. So the prosecutors had mentioned this in documentation. They had also said the defendant even married a 15-year-old girl when he was 27 years old. So they're just kind of saying that as to explaining why he shouldn't be allowed to leave jail. You know, a lot of people are saying that R. Kelly is now currently in jail for no reason at all. He hasn't been proven guilty of anything, and I think that's a lot of problems. A lot of times the problems in a lot of cases is that people are getting locked up and they're not even guilty. So you know, I'm not no lawyer. I'm not going to act like I'm a lawyer. I'm not going to play like I'm a lawyer. I'm just going to stick to what's in the documentations. So I'll tell you what though, a lot of people get locked up. It's just crazy. A lot of people end up in jail and they're not even guilty. They stay in jail until they're found not guilty. What kind of shit is that? And 9 times out of 10, they won't even say that you're not guilty. 9 times out of 10, they're going to keep on, like, you know, swaying you, moving you back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, here and here and here and here, until they actually can bargain a plea deal out of you and get you to admit to something, so that way they can say they won the case and you lost the case. Another win for the prosecution. So, you know, that's why essentially I think R. Kelly, this is why R. Kelly wants a stronger legal team. I don't think it's essentially to get rid of Steve Green, but I think he wants to have solid confidence that this case is going to be won. And that's why he wants to up it. He wants to do what he can to get Michael Jackson's ex-attorney. So, in the meantime, as I discussed previously, there's a lot of bigwigs in the entertainment industry, and they're working together with Azriel Clary and Joycelyn Savage to try to get together some funds. Now, Azriel Clary and Joycelyn Savage, apparently, they're trying to work on some other projects. Besides, you know, just going around trying to gather money, do what they have to do. They're also talking about, what I heard is in the works of a actual book deal. So they're trying to land the book deal, so that way it can bring them some extra funds and they can put it towards R. Kelly's legal fees. So I think that's great. As they should, okay, as they should. So R. Kelly is actually saying that he needs a powerhouse defense to beat these charges. He just would feel more I guess relaxed, more comfortable knowing that he has who he thinks he needs to actually fight this for him. So hopefully, you know, hopefully the girls do something. They said that they've been trying to schedule a lot of interviews with a lot of media outlets to try to get some money that way too, to help, you know, towards his legal fees. A source says that they had actually just hired reps to reach out to different media outlets to get the interviews for them. So we'll see how that works. And looks like the girls were actually seen this past weekend driving around the streets of Chicago, enjoying themselves in a Vanderhall Venice 3-wheeler. Them joints is hot and they fast, and the music be loud as shit. So, you know, guys, that's y'all a little R. Kelly update. Apparently a lot of this had taken place over the weekend, but he officially got put into general population today. You probably find a lot of this information on, you can find it in a lot of, like, Chicago Times, the New York Daily News, a lot of those places I got a lot of these excerpts from. So, you know, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I know today they had a rally for R. Kelly. I know, what's his name? Dana J. He's been talking about going to that, and he's actually been attending. So apparently that went on today. So I guess we'll be hearing from folks how that went. So, you know, that's where we're at with things, you know. If you support the guy, if you support him, pray for him. Pray for him. Hopefully he'll be okay. And a lot of times when they do put people of his status in with a cellmate, usually they put him in with that cellmate because that cellmate is actually probably going to protect R. Kelly. Make sure nothing happens to him. That's probably his position in the prison, and that's why they put him in the cell with him. So, you know, we'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated as I get updates, and till next video.